Hello students, today I am going to teach you the second chapter of social science, what is around us. In this chapter we are going to learn about the formation of the earth, the four spheres of the earth, effect of human activities on these spheres. As we get into the explanation of the first two paragraphs, let me tell you about the solar system. What is solar system? The sun and everything that orbits around it is called solar system. Here everything means planets, moons, asteroids, comets, meteoroids, etc. We all know that the sun is the largest object in our solar system and it is the head of the solar family. Our planet Earth is the third planet from the sun and the fifth largest planet in the solar system. Now let's see how this Earth was created. It is believed that the Earth was a part of the sun. After the collision, that part of the sun has been detached from it. When the earth was created, it was in the form of a fireball. Then gradually the fire began to cool down and many elements of the earth got transformed into liquid and solid form and even gaseous form. And thus four spheres of the earth came into existence. So in this process, all the elements which got transformed into solid are known as lithosphere. And all the elements that were converted into liquid form are called as hydrosphere, and the elements which were converted into gaseous form are called atmosphere. The part of the earth's surface and the atmosphere where the living world is developed due to land, water and air came to be called as biosphere. Thus the four spheres of the earth, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere, came into existence. Now we learn about lithosphere. What is lithosphere? The sphere on the surface on which we live is called lithosphere. The name lithosphere is derived from two Greek words, lithos and sphaira or sphere. Litho means rock and sphere means layer. Lithosphere is a solid part of the earth. It consists of three main layers, crust, mantle and core. About 29% of Earth's surface is covered with lithosphere. This layer extends from the surface of the Earth to an approximate depth of 64 to 100 km. That means its thickness is almost 64 to 100 km. And this thickness is not the same everywhere. It is different from place to place. The interior and the exterior part of lithosphere do not have any similar physical features. Various types of landscapes can be seen on the lithosphere. We can see landforms like mountains, plateaus, plains and valleys on the lithosphere. As we move towards the interior of the earth, the temperature increases. In the center of the earth, there are rocks, but they are present in the liquid form. So these molten rocks in the interior of the earth is known as magma. This magma has got many gases present in it. And these gases exert pressure and heat. They try to rise up towards the surface. Due to the pressure of the gases in the magma, it tries to come up. At the same time, the heat and pressure of the rocks on the surface is equally strong. So when magma is trying to push upwards, there is an equal pressure or push downwards also. Thus, there is a balance maintained between the surface of earth and the interior of the earth. That is why the surface of the earth does not break. When magma exerts pressure. But remember, if the balance between the two is not maintained, then the surface of the earth crust will break and a volcanic eruption takes place. Now, what are the uses of lithosphere? Lithosphere is useful to us in many ways. It is very important because it is a large reservoir of many resources which are useful to human beings. We construct our homes on this land, and it is also very important for the growth of plants and animals. It is a major source of many minerals like coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Agriculture for obtaining food is also done on this lithosphere. Then we get water for drinking from this land. Also, various minerals for industries are also obtained from this lithosphere. Thus, we come to know that lithosphere has many more uses. Now let's learn about hydrosphere. The liquid component of the earth is called hydrosphere. That means the surface of earth which is filled with water is known as hydrosphere. Oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, etc. are included in hydrosphere. The area of water is more than the land area. We know that lithosphere covers only 29% of the world, whereas hydrosphere covers 71% of the earth's surface. Ocean is a large water body of hydrosphere which contains a huge amount of water. The major oceans in the world are Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, etc. All these oceans are connected to each other. The water bodies on the surface of earth are known by different names like seas, bays, straits, gulfs, etc. Now seas may be, a sea means it may be a part of the ocean or it may be surrounded by land. For example, we know the Arabian Sea. It is surrounded by land. Then bay. Bay is a wide inlet of the sea where the land curves inwards. Bay of Bengal is an example to this. Strait. A narrow piece of sea that joins two larger seas, that is known as strait. Park Strait. That is a narrow sea which is separating India and Sri Lanka. Gulf. Gulf means a part of the sea that is almost surrounded by land. We can take the examples here, Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Khambhat, to understand this term. I have already told you that these oceans like Pacific, Indian, Atlantic, Arctic, etc. are very huge and deep. At the bottom of the seas also there are different features of landforms like plains, plateaus, valleys, mountains, etc. All these features are similar to the lithosphere also. We can see the same features on the land on the lithosphere also. Some valleys with depth of 10 to 11 kilometers are also seen at the bottom of these oceans. Now you all understood that oceans or seas are very huge water bodies. 97% of the total amount of water on the earth is found in oceans. And of the remaining 3% of water, 1/3 of water is trapped in ice caps and glaciers. That means in the form of snow at poles and even on the top of some peaks of Himalayan mountains. Then some water is accumulated in the lakes and some flows in the rivers. Some water is accumulated as groundwater in the interior of the earth. So we can understand from all this that the amount of drinking water is very less. 97% of water is salty, and we know that salty water is not fit for drinking. So the fresh water which is available in a very less amount is very, very precious. All the living beings require fresh water for their existence on this earth. And we all know that rain is the major source of fresh water. And don't forget, this water comes from the oceans only. We get rainfall because of oceans. You know how do we get rainfall from the oceans? From these large water bodies of oceans, the water gets evaporated and rises up into the sky. And there in the sky, it condenses to form clouds. And when the water droplets get heavier, they fall back to the earth as rainfall. Now, these water bodies have large amount of water in it. I told you that. But is the seawater useful to us? Yes, the seawater has many benefits. It has many uses. It is true that we cannot drink seawater because it is very, very salty. But sea or oceans is an important resource of valuable chemicals, different kinds of minerals, salts, varieties of fish, etc. There are many living organisms found on this land. In the same way, there are many living organisms in the seas and oceans also. Another use of oceans is that we produce electricity from the tremendous force of the waves, tides, and ocean currents. And the energy that is produced from the waves is called tidal energy. It is also useful for navigation. That means water transportation can be done in the seas. And we also produce salt from the seawater. Thus, seawater has many uses. So, hope you all have understood these topics clearly. In this session, we have learned lithosphere and hydrosphere. And I request all of you to read your textbook thoroughly for a better understanding. The remaining topics of this chapter will be discussed in the next session. Until then, take care. Bye.